Hey guys, Secure here on Battlerite. Today we have two new characters. This character's name is Jumong, and we're going to get into the ability overview of him. We're not going to do Battlerites because it depends on your team comp and your enemy's team comp, and it always changes depending on their playing and your playing. So first off, your left click is called Hunting Arrow, an arrow that does 16 damage and successfully charges your bow. 3 charges is a full charged bow. Once you have 3 charges, you're able to do either your steady shot or black arrow again. Steady shot is your right click, black arrow is your space. So as you can see already, 16 damage. I think that's the highest damage of ranged characters on left click, and it's pretty quick, and you can kind of space and wiggle space around and wiggle in between the attacks. I'm getting like a couple feet distance while I'm doing it, so maybe you'll be able to trick your opponents and wiggle a little bit, left left, right right, left right, doesn't matter. Get some wiggles in there, diagonals. So 3 charges right here, fully charged. I'm able to right click twice or space. So let's go ahead and get 3 charges again. Space, space. So that's already quite a bit of utility on just one ability. That's all based on your left click. Your right click, a projectile that deals 28 damage. 1.2 second charge time. As you can see, it is pretty slow. Let's go ahead and see if it pierces. Does not pierce, so that's good to note. You're not going to be piercing through. So your space is called black arrow. Dash in a direction that you're holding down, also firing an arrow that deals 8 damage. So here it is. I'm holding down. I'll go down. I can go right. I can go left. Let me see if I go diagonally. Yes, you can. So this is going to be quite a bit of utility. Now let me go ahead and turn off the cooldown, so I will have a cooldown, but with 3 charges you can do this twice. So again, you can do a little bit of mind games with opponents there, trick them on where they think you're gonna go. You can go back and forth, whatever you want to do. Now your Q is called Prowl. You become immaterial and movement speed is increased 100%. Running into an enemy inflicts Seeker's Mark, and it also removes impairing effects. Seeker's Mark makes your next hunting arrow and black arrow consume the mark for a 1 second capacitate. The mark lasts for 2.5 seconds. So if I was to walk through him, give him a right click, he'll be incapacitated. Hunting arrow. Oh, your left click, okay. So your left click would actually incapacitate the target. That's pretty strong. So it's only a, what is it? 1 second incapacitate though, but you can do some kind of tricky stuff with it and then set up for maybe another ability, or you can incapacitate into your next ability, which is your bear trap, and then do something like that. If you were to have 3 charges, let's see how that would look. Obviously you'd probably do this in between. Let me see. Something along the lines of that. Or maybe you'll do your R. Anyway, your E is a bear trap. Inflicts a root on all nearby enemies. So can it actually get 2 targets? Let's go up here and test that out. You can actually get multiple targets with this. Now it is a super tiny circle though, but I don't know, maybe you'd be able to pull something off like that. That's pretty crazy actually when you think about it. Now the root lasts 2 seconds. So that's pretty interesting. Now your R is called Rain of Arrows. Fires rain of arrows down at a location, dealing 40 damage over a short period of time and snaring enemies. So that's a decently big circle. However, that's quite a long, I wouldn't call that a short period of time. So it re-snares every hit, but I'm not sure how likely you are to be getting hit by all of those. Now it is a very big circle though, so you could possibly get a bear trap, trap both team members, and then get an R on them. Trap both enemies and get an R, maybe walk through with that. Walk through, get the incapacitate bear, and then an R. So I think he's going to have quite a bit of really cool combos that you can pull off for some high damaging abilities. Let's see, something like this maybe. And then you can do a space in there also, or 2 spaces if you have your charge. That's pretty cool actually. Now his ult is called Dragon Slayer. A hold to charge an arrow for 2 seconds. Increase its damage and travel distance. The arrow deals 30 if you were just to hit it and let go. Up to 60 damage for the full charge and pulls the target hit with it. Pulling a target into a wall will stun it for 1 second. There, 1.2 seconds. So let's see a full damaging. 60. Okay, they're actually just gonna straight up die.
One shot will do.
Let's see what the max range is. So base range will hit the orb from about here. No, right here. So about where the health orb is, second health orb, is you're gonna be able to hit the orb. Let's see what a full charge does. Full charge looks like it actually goes all the way through this. So the longer you're charging it, the further the distance. Let's do a half charge. Half charge can barely touch the pots. This is barely over the orb. A half charge almost touches the pots. A full charge all the way through to the pillar. Let's see if it end to end. So it looks super long distance. I think it clears this entire center map from end to end. Yeah. So that's a very long distance. So whenever you're spacing it, just remember you can make it end to end. You might even actually go farther than what you can visually see if you're doing it at some kind of angle. So that's a pretty crazy ult. Oh, and you actually, what the hell? It stunned it when it ran into another enemy. So I wonder if you can stun an enemy into another enemy just because they were next to each other. Let's try it one more time. So it looks like they actually get stunned if you hit your enemy into their teammate and they both take the damage. What if you were to do a 60 and it were to hit both together? That's really powerful. Now your X skills are your left click and your Q. What your X does is fires an arrow that turns into a boomerang, pretty much like Tea's. Okay, actually, let's try that again. It's gonna hit the target, wherever the last target is. Oh, actually, I don't understand that. Hit the same target again. Maybe it's like the Paloma's Ghost Wolf then. This is what it does if you're not hitting anything. Just straight goes through. If not, hits them 3 times. So it does 24 damage. 1, 2, 3, 24 damage. Now your EX skill. Running into enemy will deal 6 damage now. And also heal you for 14 health. So that's the extra addition. There's the 6 damage to him. Same movement speed, still 100%. Looks like you just get the extra damage. And Seeker's Mark, does it last longer? Seeker's Mark is still 2.5 seconds and has the 1 second incapacitate. So all your shift Q is going to do is deal 6 damage to them while healing you 14. So already, I really enjoy this character. I feel like there's a lot of combos that can be done with this character. You can Q through them, incapacitate, E, R, right click, and space. You can probably do some ridiculous amounts of damage if you have 3 charges before you start setting up your combo. Q, incapacitate. Sorry. You could actually have 2 charges because you'll get the charge when you're hitting them to incapacitate with the Q. Some crazy combos you can pull off. Maybe an ult after that. Maybe just Q into ult. Something cool. They're rooted, they can't go anywhere. So if you baited their counter out, maybe you can just do that. A Q, E, Q left click E into F. So he's gonna have a lot of dangerous combos you're gonna have to look out for. A lot of utility. He doesn't have a counter. He has an immaterial though, which will mark you. Give you the incapacitate. He's got a root. He's got a lot of utility. I really like him. I like his playstyle. I think he's gonna be one of the top characters. His kit seems extremely powerful. But that's it for this. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, leave a thumbs up or a comment. It really helps me out. And let me know what you want to see next. Thank you for watching. Take care. Hey guys, Sakir here on Battlerite today, and today two new champions have come out, Rubicon and Jumong, I believe is his name. Today we're going to do the character ability overviews, not getting it into the Battlerites because there's a lot of experimenting to be done with that, and it always changes depending upon the opponent's composition anyway. So first off, your left click, Defiled Blade, 8 damage to an enemy. 8, 8, 8. If it's charged though, as you can see there's a little bar next to my health filling up right there, yellow.